Late one night, two girls got into a taxi. The next day, both mysteriously disappeared. I had prepared my granddaughter's favorite meal, but she uncharacteristically stood me up and the phone couldn't get through either. I immediately called my son, but he didn't pay attention because his restaurant business was booming. However, the other granddaughter was surprised to discover that her sister hadn't come home all night. Soon, the police posted missing person notices and even conducted a carpet search with the townspeople. The sheriff took this case very seriously. The small town had never seen anything like it before. The father of the other missing girl turned out to be the local gang boss. After a week of searching, they still found no trace of the girls. Fortunately, the police found surveillance footage and learned that the two had gotten into a blue taxi. As the prime suspect, the taxi driver was arrested. However, the driver had dropped the two off at an intersection and then drove away. Later, police found one of the girls' jackets there with bloodstains on it. Testing confirmed it was blood from both girls. One night, not long after, a fishing boat pulled up a body. Soon, I received news of the other girl's death. At the funeral, the gang boss didn't shed a tear, but secretly decided on a revenge plan. 2 years later, a judge ordered the search operation to be terminated. I learned from the news that the other girl showed clear signs of assault, but my own granddaughter's whereabouts remained unknown. The following report suddenly made me feel extremely unsettled because the police had once arrested a suspect who was sentenced on multiple charges. Although he was cleared of suspicion, he died strangely just days after his release. Meanwhile, the arrested taxi driver was also released without charges due to insufficient evidence. I developed the idea of investigating on my own, but my son had already moved on from this matter. After all, life had to go on. But I firmly believed my granddaughter wasn't dead, so I went to the sheriff again to apply pressure. Helplessly, the police's manpower and resources could only stretch so far. I also tried seeking clues from the gang boss. Despite using unspeakable extreme methods, they still came up empty-handed. I began investigating the case on my own, and a breakthrough soon quietly arrived. That day, I finally learned the taxi driver's workplace location, so I found him. Unexpectedly, the young man actually recognized me. The driver was reluctant to discuss that night's events because he had been taught a lesson by the gang boss after his release. The townspeople treated him like a despicable criminal, causing him to lose his job and preventing anyone from hiring him. As for that night's events, he admitted to seeing Veronica because he couldn't forget the girl's charming smile. Veronica said she was going to meet a friend, then put on the earrings I had given her. They arrived at an intersection where both girls got out of the car laughing. Out of longing for my granddaughter, I put on the same green earrings. But the next day, a student said these earrings reminded him of Veronica, the earrings my granddaughter had worn on the night of the incident. But how did the student know about this? I acted calm, but kept thinking. This meant my granddaughter must have met this person after getting out of the car. I had just picked up my phone to call the police, but worried the authorities would make the evidence disappear. If the person in front of me was the killer, he would certainly be released due to insufficient evidence. Now, I could only solve the case myself. For my granddaughter, I took out a bottle of pills, ground them into powder in a jar, and handed him a cup of coffee. I watched him drink it.